Okay, so for 5-29, Jules is a champion long distance runner. He's measured the length of his route through a park and found that it is 4 3/5 of a mile long. Today he ran his route 2 2/3 times. 2 2/3 times before he had to stop to rest. He wants to know how many miles did he run. Okay, so without calculating, estimate approximately how far you think Jules has run. So this is just an approximation. There's no right or wrong answer. This is actually A in the book, but when I copied it, it just looks like number 1, so I'll call it number 1 anyways. Okay, so let's pretend that this is the park. We'll say that Jules ran once around. Okay, that first time it's 4 3/5 of a mile, so 4 3/5. He ran around one more time. Okay, and that's another 4 3/5, and he runs around again, but he didn't make it the whole way. He only ran another 2/3. So, and this is about 2/3, so he stops around right here. Again, sorry about the drawing; it's not the best, but that's another 2/3 of a mile. Okay, we're gonna approximate this. Estimating this. So about how much they run. Well, this is about 4.5. This is about 4.5. That's about 9 together, and this is about. Oh, sorry, this is not 2/3. Whoops, 2/3 of 4 3/5. Okay, so if the whole thing is 4 3/5 miles, maybe this is 1 mile, maybe there's 2 miles, 2.5 miles. So we'll just say he ran another 2.5 miles. So I'll estimate that's about 1.5 miles. Okay, and again, this is just estimation. It's a rough estimation. Okay, number 2, draw a generic rectangle and help Jules exactly. Now we're looking for exactly. Calculate 2 2/3. Let me rewrite this. So this is number 2. 2 2/3 times 4 3/5. 2 2/3 times 4 3/5. Okay, so generic rectangle. Let's go ahead and do that. 2 rectangle. Okay, so 2 2/3 times 4 3/5. So one side is going to be 4 3/5. One side is going to be 2 2/3. So let's go ahead and make the length 4 3/5. Okay, remember, we could break it down any way as long as the entire side is 4 3/5 total. In this case, 4 3/5. That's 4 3/5. Okay, the other side has to be 2 2/3. So we'll split as 2 2/3. Okay, so generic rectangles. Now let's find the area of the smaller rectangles. For this one, we're multiplying 2 times 4 to get 8. This one, we're multiplying 2 times 3/5. 2 times 3/5. Okay, so let me show the work right here. So 2 times 3/5. 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1. Don't forget, 2 is the same thing as 2 over 1. There's just 2 wholes. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. So this is going to equal 6/5. And of course, we could simplify if we want. We could say this equals 1 1/5. Okay? For this rectangle, 4 2/3. So we multiply 4 times 2/3. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. Again, we could simplify this to 2 2/3 if we want. Finally, for this last one, 2/3 times 3/5 is going to equal 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 5 is 15. And we could simplify this also if we would like. Okay. So these are the values to solve it. We just go ahead and add the different areas. So we have 8 from here. We have 8 plus 1 1/5 plus 2 2/3 plus 6/5. Okay, And to add that, we'll go ahead and we know that we have 8, 9, 10, 11 wholes, and we'll go ahead and add the fractions. 1/5 plus 2/3 plus 6/5. Okay, the lowest common denominator is going to be, wait, I'm doing something wrong. This is 6/15. Sorry, 6/15. The lowest common denominator is going to be 15. So 1/5 generic, sorry, not generic rectangles. The big one, 3 times 3/3 equals 3/15. 2/3 times 5/5, and this is the giant one also, equals 10/15. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add it. So this is just going to be, again, 1/5 is 3/15. 2/3 is 10/15, and 6/15. That's going to be 3 plus 10, 13, plus 6 is 19/15, which is 1 1/4. So this whole, we're going to add 1 1/4, which is going to be 12. Nope, sorry. Let's go back. Let's erase this. Go back. Go back. Sorry about that. Eraser's not working. Let's go and do it this way. Okay, sorry about that. So 19/15, not 19/5, 19/15, so it's going to equal 1 4/15. I'm sorry, I did not know where I got 1 1/4 from. 1 4/15. Okay, so the 11 holes, you add 1 4/15. That's going to make 12 holes, and then the 4/15. So he ran 4 4/15 miles. Okay. Lastly, we compare our answer with the prediction. That's that's something we could or you're going to have to do on your own.